Now there is a very good silver lining in the cloud. Let all these last few minutes I was talking very negatively, maybe pessimistically, now the optimistic thing. Thanks to Prajwala, they filed a writ in the Honorable Supreme Court. That writ petition is called 56 of 2004, and Honorable Supreme Court, a bench comprising of 3 Honorable Justices. Fortunately, 2 of them worked in the Honorable High Court of AP. They have quickly identified the problem, and they have given an order. To Ministry of Women and Child Development and Ministry of Home Affairs that you shall come out with a comprehensive 360 degrees all-round law on human trafficking. This is a great development of this country. We should be proud of this. Honorable Supreme Court bench has rightly recognized that this problem is an interministerial problem, and they did mention in the order. That we want all the ministries to come together. My objections, because when an act is discussed about, that act is normally talking, everybody now wants to love to talk about, and everybody wants to talk about prosecution, police, etc. I said, no, hold on. What about prevention? Who is going to talk about prevention? So I insisted that a separate chapter should be there in the new act that is going to come, only on prevention. It is nice to talk about rehabilitation, district level committees, state level committees, national tribunals. There will be a commission at the national level, like Women Commission and Commission, so PCR and like that. So there will be one more commission at the national level. Everything is fine. What if all this institutional framework that you are creating now does not talk about prevention? If they don't talk about prevention, this exercise is futile. So I put my foot down, and now they have included a chapter on prevention. To quickly tell you what do we mean by prevention. Fundamentally, when it comes to prevention, we talk about the vulnerable sections. And when we talk about the vulnerable sections, if you talk about male versus female, obviously female is more vulnerable to trafficking compared to male. When we talk about adult versus children, obvious to see the children are more vulnerable compared to the marginalized sections or weaker sections of society who are also, you will see the girl child who are engaged in hazardous professions, indecent representation, and there are some indecent professions also, most vulnerable sections. Similarly, there are trafficking and exploitation of trafficking. For example, Kadri is a place in Anantapur district where 1,000 or more women got commercially sexually exploited. And we talk about the girls from Nepal. So there are certain, when we talk about this subject, there are origin areas from where people are being uprooted, taken out, and abducted, kidnapped, whatever, and kept temporarily in certain areas, that is transit areas, and then finally taken to the destination areas for thorough 100% exploitation. So there are certain mapping, there is a mapping of areas, and in my book I have done the mapping for the country. So therefore there are vulnerabilities, there are vulnerable sections, there are vulnerable areas, and what many people do not talk about is vulnerable situations. Now, what are vulnerable situations? Vulnerable critical situations which suddenly break the fabric of the society. Father has gone one side, they can't trace, they can't come back. So what happens to those children? Imagine in a tsunami which affected 1 million people in Tamil Nadu. Now imagine what happens in Naxal affected areas. There is a big war between Naxalites and police. Some families from villages get crushed in this friction. So what is happening to those families? What is happening to those children? Some villages get 10,000 acres for the purposes of public good, development of the country, of 8,000 acres or 4,000 or maybe 2,000, maybe one village is acquired by the government and the land acquisition is not done properly, comprehensively, where will these families go with their children? What happens to those children? So there are several such specific situations, sections, they can be girl, child from weaker sections, vulnerable areas, geographical areas, and there are vulnerable situations like tsunami, etc. So this is the prevention aspect. We need to concentrate as a country on this prevention aspect and work out good, nice strategies so that any such thing happens anywhere, we take cognizance of that. We do a nice sociological strategy. No point in doing a skill development of a person who has been kidnapped 10 years back, kept in Delhi or Bombay in red light area, and police rescues them, brings them, and now you are doing skill development for them. It is such a mockery. Why can't we do that skill development before that so that she will get nicely employed? So that is what I am talking about, prevention. So here we should talk about prevention and what are the tools available to this country, what are the tools and the strategies that we have created for ourselves to do this prevention with specific reference to human trafficking. Right to education, as I started my talk with the right to education. Why should 15% children be outside the schooling system? Let us bring all of them into the schooling system. That is the first step. If we do not do this, we have failed grossly, miserably. Number two, child labor. Once the moment you put a nice schooling system, all the labor in child labor should naturally come back to the schooling system. The skill development. What is happening after 14 years? Where are they going? Are we giving them employable skills? And the skill development with NSDC in the country is a big thing that everybody, every day, right from the Honorable Prime Minister, everybody is talking about. So this has to be leveraged. So we have to leverage the Right to Education Act, we have to leverage the skill development, and then ensure that all the children, all the youth get into this bracket of right to education and skill development before somebody actually exploits them. Why should we wait for somebody to exploit them?